Okay, 7 o'clock, September 10th, 2024, call the meeting to order. Minutes of August 27.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of August 27th, 2024.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. Approves the warrants.
Make a motion to sign the warrants.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. Financials.
Make a motion to accept the financials.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. Department heads, chief.
Not too much new since last time we met. I know they had truck checks last night. We have an AED that's given us a problem up there at the North Station, so that's been taken out of service. And we took the one off from the wall and put it in the forestry truck up there, so we had something to roll with. 82, we had a light come on the dash. I haven't got hold of, talked to Jeremy yet. I tried to get hold of him before tonight, but it didn't happen. About passenger restraint light system come on while Adam had it at the parade over in Starks this past weekend. I don't think it's anything major, but get a hold of Northeast or somebody to troubleshoot it. Otherwise than that, not too much. And I don't want to say the Q word, but winter time's coming, so fall's coming, so anything can happen.
All right. Any questions?
Yeah, you saw the new ladder in the boat, looks good. They'll help out some.
Yep.
Good, nice.
I know after we mentioned about going maybe the Darren Priest had something built, they had already mounted one on the front of it that was like an aftermarket universal type thing,
Yeah.
so yeah, that works great.
Yep, thank you.
Ready?
Still working on the main storm. By the end of the week, first next week, we should be all done with the washout, so I can get paperwork into Tammy. They're supposed to be here this week to do pump station 3, so that will all be back the way it's supposed to be before the flood. When it was out on Brown Hill, we didn't rip it down, but we stretched it, the phone line out there, so I don't know if they called the town office yet, but they wanted to mail an address where the bill had to take and go, so. But they came right out and fixed it, so. But other than that, everything's going good. We're starting to get the roads back into shape, so.
Any questions? Thank you. Tammy?
So to touch on FEMA, the storm, the first December storm, we have that Madison College Street that we're still trying to get money on that before the taxpayers' money that was approved, so I'm just trying to do that. The survey for the, what do you call it, the artifacts that they might find in the ground
Indian artifacts.
has been completed, and it's actually been submitted to FEMA in Massachusetts at the regional office, and the state of Maine didn't find anything, so they've approved it to go down there, so now I'm waiting for them to approve that. And TD is, he's our guy that we work with. He's trying to push that through, but we're gonna lose TD in November, which is not gonna be good, because we've had a lot of different, when you get a lot of different faces from FEMA, a lot of them don't pick up where they need to pick up, so I'm trying to push through as much as I can with TD, because he's actually the best one we've had. And on that note, they had come in and done site inspections on the May storm, but because we had another guy, Anthony, he hadn't submitted the paperwork to FEMA, so they're coming in to do another site inspections that TD's trying to do. So they're gonna do that September, what,
Monday, 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
So Artie will take them around to the May storms. That's just trying to speed up the process, because of course TD's seeing on the back end what they've done and what they don't have for reports. I can't see that, I can only see what we submit. So they definitely had already been up, but they don't have a record of it. So we will do it again. But that's where FEMA's sitting right now. The HUD grant is sitting pretty good. We did get reimbursed, the $372,000. I submitted the $160,000, last Friday. So I would expect that one to be reimbursed in the town it probably takes about a week. So that one's coming, and then we're getting to the end of it, so I can, once the sewer and water and everything else is in there, I will know what the final number is, but I still have invoices to submit, and then of course Bowman's last one will submit. But we're looking pretty good there, and actually, them electronically sending it to the town's account is working pretty good, so they're faster than FEMA, I will say that, so that's a good thing. The county is working on a flood gauge because of what we went through last December. So I've met with them a couple times now. They actually have now put us on a forecast for flood stages. So they're reading the Kennebec River to Madison because they're capturing us in that one. And they'll be letting us know when they're getting at a certain level. They've increased it compared to how it was. The adjusted river forecast flood stages are for the following, which is going to be the Carabasset River at North Anson. So that was not really in there like they had before, especially once they saw this last flood and stuff. So they're working on getting that all together. This is just a draft right now. Once they've finished it, right now they have us, I've actually asked them to go into moderate. They wanted minor, but from what happened at the last storm, I'd rather have us put into a moderate at a certain level, especially up for the North Anson area. So they've agreed to do that. So once we get going, I would get this posted from the county so everybody's aware of it and where they'll post it and everything on.
Is there a certain contact person that you deal with?
Right now, says Mike Smith.
Yeah.
But I know that's not Mike. This one, yep, it's a Sarah Jameson.
Okay.
And that's who I met with the National Weather Service. So there was a few of them that had come in and went over, and they wanted to see what damage happened here, and that's why they've actually put us on the list. Last time it was really just scouting and stuff. They weren't really reporting what they should have been, is what I
I know
feel.
we had talked about at the fire department, about getting something from maps, at certain flowages,
Yep,
where the flood line would be.
this will show this once they have completed. They're waiting to hear from all the other towns, and once all the towns have done it, then they'll put this out.
Because it's
to the
nice
public.
if we know what the approximate flowage is gonna be, and we can look at the flood lines,
Yep,
the maps, we know who we gotta get to, and
they're saying right now, like, just an example, your major would be at 20,500, your moderate would be 19,400, your minors at 17,800, and actions at 16,400. So they were going by what water they had here and what data they collected. So we will probably fall into that moderate pretty easy. And I did tell them, by the time it's flooding there, North Anson's already getting flooded. So we need to know ahead of time. So that's why they put the adjusted from Carabasset River at North Anson. So they're looking at that data now, so that will help if they're sending out a notice, I guess. And once I have that, you guys will have that. They're just working on it now. She told me they wanted it in place for December. So everything was done, so hopefully that comes for you guys sooner than later. I did actually call the school. I know that they got a large generator. I don't know what their intents are yet, but I know Mark Campbell, we had talked to him about using that as a warming shelter if they did have the generator. So I did put a call in, have not heard back from him yet, but we'll explore that option for up to North Anson once they have it installed, and if they're willing to do that, which I'm assuming they would be. So I contacted them about that. The new fire station, I've submitted all the, punch lists to them. I submitted it to the engineers, they've submitted it to Bowman. They have not been back yet, but they should be. He said that he would let me know when they're coming up. They've also submitted to me a 386-page thumb drive that I have to go review for all closing documents, so we'll do that. But that's gonna take me a little time, so I told them they're gonna give me a little time to review it, so then I can bring everything to you guys. But just to let you know, that's where that is sitting right now. I did contact to have the internet put into the new garage and keep it into the old fire station. So I had to set up a new account kind of to do that, to keep them both going. So once we get that going, he told me probably in another week and a half, they could come and do that. And so that's why the electronic sign is not on, because there's not internet and it's hooked into that building
We
yet.
don't need internet right now. Our computer doesn't work there anyway, the only thing we use it, I don't even think we use it to fax with, we use the phone line. I don't know if it's connected or you can just get rid of it completely, but we don't even use the internet.
Well, you need the internet for the sign, it's on the building.
Yeah, but
No,
The new
for
one,
the-
the old station.
Old station, we
Ah.
don't need it. I don't know, we don't even use it.
We don't-
Well, they did have your phone line all hooked into one bill.
Oh, it
They said
was?
there was a phone line, a fax line, and the internet.
Okay.
So I didn't change anything, I asked them to set the same thing up they had at the new station, and then we'll just connect the old station.
Okay.
Unless you don't want the same thing. But I'm assuming you would want the phone and,
Yeah, I mean,
so that is going.
is it still through Spectrum? Is it all the same?
Yeah. It's all the same people. And actually, he said he was gonna get me a better price on, the phone line and stuff, so we'll see how that comes in. What do you wanna call it? Entrance permit for, the new fire station. I did call to see what's going on with that, because they haven't been up yet. They're supposed to call me back, and I questioned them again on the lift and everything of it. So once I hear back from them, I'll question them again.
who's
I
the
think I talked to a Catherine, but I'm waiting for another lady to call me back, because it wasn't Catherine I needed to talk to, I guess. And they have notes that I've called and have requested that, so I'm just waiting to hear back, and I'm hoping they come up pretty soon too, to get that moving, so. And going into that, we did get prices for, I guess we can talk about it better than I can.
Yeah, there's two
Sewer and
prices
water.
there for the sewer and water. They, those are the only two that came back to me.
And that's from the fire station.
Yeah, to hook the new fire station up, so they'll have the water and the sewer hooked into the new fire station. And, well, the water's already hooked in, but this is for the hydrant to fill the trucks.
So there's a price from Peter's Excavation of $9,500. And from Central Maine Septic, $25,955.
That's a big difference.
Shouldn't take too long to figure that out.
And that amount can come out of the grant also.
It did.
Yes.
So motion,
Motion to accept Peter's Excavation for the water and sewer for the fire station. Second.
moved and seconded, further discussion?
Are they hitching them up? Are they qualified?
Yep.
They are.
Yep.
All right, then, well done.
All those in favor? 4-5-0.
Okay. we do have a letter regarding the Madison Anson Bridge. They're gonna be working on that, next summer. And they would like the Board of Selectmen to, agree to the construction of over limit permit. So,
What's that?
that means they're bonded to go over the roads.
This is the same as what they did for when they rebuilt 201A this summer. So if the construction vehicles have to go over our roads, it's okay for them to take and go, and they're bonded, so if they stave them up, then they have to fix them.
What roads might they have to go over?
I really don't know.
From
I mean, the bridge is over there, there's no roads on either side of it, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, once they're bonded, they're taken care of.
Mhm. And I don't even know who the contractor is yet, so
No, I don't know.
they,
So this is with the state?
yeah.
So does this attach a bond to it,
It will.
signing this?
Yeah.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion to, what? Accept the
over limit
over limit bond.
by the state of Maine for the Madison Anson Bridge.
There you go. What she said.
Moved, seconded, any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0.
I have a couple of commercial hauler, licenses for you guys to sign. One for Somerset Disposal and one for Gregory's Disposal.
Make a motion to sign.
Moved and seconded, further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0.
I applied for another grant for a new cover for the dump truck. Well, it's due September 15th, so we've got it close. So I just need to have a selectman sign it. And what it does, it's through MMA, and they'll reimburse us up to $3,000. And so I do have the two estimates that I got, so I'll submit both. And that helps get a cover on one of the dump trucks.
What?
Yeah, we did
They all
the
got
same
it,
grant
something.
last year.
Oh, okay.
We got one of them by the grant last year, so we're doing it again.
Motion to sign the grant application.
Motion to sign the grant application for the cover for the dump truck.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? 5-0.
I had talked to you guys a while ago, I filed for the grant, to try to get for the ice skating rink. So we've made it to the second round right now. And
Wow.
now they want a whole other, application process and going through that, so I actually have to show them a plan and all that, so I'm working on that, and we'll see how that goes. I've never dealt with a grant with these guys, so that one's a new one, and they require a lot of paperwork on that one, so we'll see how that one fares out. That would go with the money that we've already set aside, and then I'm trying, this is hopefully would be a non-matching grant for the one that I've applied for, so if we get that money, then we can put it together and try to get that project finished, or get it going, I guess. I have applied for a grant for a generator for the new station. So I've done that, but what I need from you, Stacy, is what kind of generator you want. So
Okay.
if you can get me a price on that, I think I need to have it by the end of November.
Okay.
So I started the paperwork and everything. It's kind of the same thing we went through before, so whatever me like an estimated, written estimated, so I can set it in. And,
Make sure it's overkill.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, so whatever you get us, what else on that, and hopefully we get that, I think we hear from that one at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
The ATV grant, we are hopefully finishing up by the end of November.
Oh,
Okay, I think that's my deadline for that. So, once Artie gives me the rest of the cost for that, I'll submit it and then get reimbursed on that one. That one's already been approved,
For what?
the ATV grant for the trails. So, once that takes place, we're good, it's just reimbursement from the state at that point. That one's already all been approved, it's just
Speaking of
submitted.
trails, I've heard a few complaints about dust.
Oh,
Not constant, but before the holidays. I guess one of the holidays, the calcium didn't, or whatever it is, didn't get put down until the end of the holiday instead of the beginning of the.
that's because we had all kinds of rain. I
Okay,
thought,
I'm-
no, but I had
Okay,
a fellow approach me in the office out here one day,
yeah,
and it had just got done raining the day before, and it was getting rain like every other day. And like I explained to him, I said, when we get a spell where we're not gonna have a lot of rain, then I'll put it down and let the traffic take it, and then when we do get rain, it'll help set it up. And we took in, before the last holiday, we went out and did everything from the trestle to Hilltop. Then we went up to North Anson, did from the trestle there all the way to the Fayette Pond Road. And then we went to Emden, up behind all, I don't do the whole thing, I just do them behind the houses. And that's all the state had asked me to take and do, so. But like I told him, I says, I don't ride the trails, so if it's getting dusty behind your house, don't wait till it's too dusty, let me know.
let people know.
And,
They weren't angry.
Yeah.
It was just, wouldn't it be better to put it down before the holidays? That kind of thing, but so.
and there has been a lot of ATV traffic.
There's been a ton of traffic.
Yes, so, and I've had a lot of townspeople, residents, requesting how come we're not using our road yet, and Madison is type thing. So, Artie has done a map of the town roads that we would look at on putting, them in. I will have copies of the maps for you and the list of the roads. I've had a lot of, the residents wanna, they'll come to a meeting. You guys, I'll put a whole plan together and you guys can look at the map and discuss the roads. I think we only had, how many state roads? 3? 234
234 Main Street out here,
and 16.
How far up 234?
up to Ricker's Corner.
Is it? Should have been a little bit further.
You can go 1,500 feet to hit the trail, so
Okay.
you're all set here.
So, I guess what I'll do is I'll finish the maps, get copies of them, list the roads. It's a whole different ballgame for state roads, so I'll talk to Brian on what we have to do. I think you guys have heard him speak before when he came in about them. We don't have a lot of state roads, a lot of them are town roads. We discussed them maybe going down Randall Street to hit hit the trail here.
Yeah,
Up in North Anson, I think you wanted Fayette Pond Road,
yeah,
Town
Fair
Farm
Farm Road
Road.
and Town Farm, Dump
Full
Road,
Mile Square.
Madison Bridge Road.
Yeah, so kind of getting everybody so they can get to the trail.
Yeah.
And I guess my thing for the public is to make sure we don't forget anybody, because I don't want them to think we've excluded a road. So once I have the maps, then I'll have you, give you guys a copy, and then I'll put it on the agenda, and I think once it's on the agenda, your people want to come. So I just wanted to give you guys heads up, it's coming, if there's a different way you want me to do it. I mean, I've had, people on, Hilton Hill,
Yep.
that have been at me quite a bit, and they want to be able to get to town. So, I don't know what else you guys want me to research before you go into a meeting on this. I think over this way, they were going on Brown Hill, Hollow Weight,
Yeah, and in across Densmore to,
Dinsmore, which the trail's right there
yeah,
at the end, and then, I don't think, on the Spencer Road, they can get to it.
yeah,
So I think we were covering it all, and we were really trying to just keep them off the main drag here, because it's a state road, and then of course you're gonna get requests from the state or permission from the state. So is there anything else you guys want me to look at for this? It's gonna take me a little bit.
The map would be good. That would help a lot.
And the roads and what we need to do. Now, the town roads, you guys, will be able to give permission to. The state road, we have to get permission from them, so.
I mean, they must be given permission throughout the state anyways.
Oh, they are.
At this point in time.
They
yeah,
are.
they're letting up in toward Bingham, they're letting them take 201 from where they closed the railroad tracks down from there all the way into Bingham.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of our businesses they can get to them from the trail, but your residents can't get to the trail. So that's kind of a problem. Unless they're trucking it to the parking lot, but you're having a lot of them that say, well, I just looked down here on 234, it'd be nice if I could just go around.
Well, quite often we see them on.
Oh, they're doing it anyways. But, so, I will bring that to you.
Yep.
If I get a chance, it'll be next meeting, if not, it'll be the meeting after that. Went to election training in Bangor, and that was a long training. There's a lot of changes in it for me as the clerk. The ballot clerks, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm getting ready to do we're gonna be doing a security one by a webinar. So I'm signing up for that, and they would like everybody to attend that for security at polls.
Here?
Yep, it'll be by Zoom. So I will probably, for everybody to be able to do the training, I probably have to shut the office down for the 90 minutes of the training, because everybody should have it, and everyone can one, so we need to have that. This Thursday, the town office is shut down, we're getting ready to do the Trio web days. So our staff is doing all the training on that day, and then September 27th, we will be going live on the base, and hopefully we don't have any hiccups with that. Trio will support us that whole day and the whole next day, just us, because that's the day we're going live. I will say some of the towns have been having some issues, that's why I put it after commitment, because their commitments didn't go real smooth because of it. So we'll see what hiccups there are. Your cash receiving and everything will be completely the same, it's just gonna look different. But your payroll, your budgetary and all that stuff's gonna be different. So that may take a little learning curve on getting them. They don't give us a lot of time, they give us a training on the 12th, and then we can be in Trio web play from the 12th to the 27th, which is always a good thought, but when you're busy, you don't really get much time to do that. So I'm hoping we'll be up and running, and of course that's at the end of the month before taxes. But I had to take what they could give me before the end of the year, so that's.
In the long run, it'll be worth it.
It will. We'll see how it goes. And on that note, the town webpage is crashing. I talked to Adam Cates today. We brought that on when I first come on in 2015. He's the one that receives it. We can't do anything except him rebuild it the same way it was, is what he's telling me, or we can change it. I'm choosing to change it. because I didn't really ever like how it wasn't real user-friendly to me. So Madison is actually designing the webpage right now. She's halfway through it. And it looks really good. It's different, it's all the departments, it tells you who's in what, where. There'll be a big notice on the front. It's much more easy, user-friendly for taxes and stuff, so she's about halfway through it, so I'm hoping to have it up and running by the beginning of the year. Adam did say he can help us on some parts of what's on the old one too, so we'll see, and I did call Matt to pick his brain about it too, to see what's the best way to do it. The old page is there, it does not look the same. Some things you cannot click on, but all your information is there. I cannot change that right now. There's, according to Adam, that unless he rebuilds it, and I don't see us paying him to rebuild it to have the same product. It's time to move it on. So that's what we're doing, but just to let you know if you have complaints on that, that is what that is. I did follow up last meeting on what Madison has on the text. So it's mytext.gov. I have a meeting with them tomorrow morning to see what that cost is and what that entails. My biggest question is where am I sending the text from? Because I don't want it coming from my phone. So,
It's a random, like, 6-digit number it comes from, I think.
right, but the administrator has
Oh.
to send the text
I think it's through
to
your
everybody
computer.
that's
Yeah.
signed up.
I think it's.
So if it's a computer,
Yeah.
that's great. I just want to
It's
make
hidden,
sure.
you won't put your number out there.
Super fun talk. But, so I'll know more about that and if there's a cost, what the cost is. I know there is a cost, because Madison has to pay, so I'm not sure what it entails for us, but, that way, I guess if we needed to send something out, we could that way, so I'm looking into that right now. I guess. Oh, I've had a lot of absentee requests, ballots are not available, yeah. And people don't understand that you can request them and I can't mail them because I don't have the ballots. So, and ballots are available 30 days before the election. So once they're available, I can mail them all out, but right now I probably have a good, I thought it was 62 sitting there, which is on the high end right now because it'll hit even more once the ballots are out. So, just letting you know on that. That's gonna heat up pretty good. I'm actually probably gonna try to hold absentee voting in this room during the day. There's a lot of new guidelines that if the voters are in here, I won't have an issue with people are coming in out there on what they're wearing and stuff. I guess it's the best way to put that. So, that's what's gonna try to happen there. Well, I don't know how else to put that. So, I guess that's all I got.
Any questions?
Yeah, Tim, get back to the bridge. Did they give you any indication how long it was gonna be to do the bridge?
They told me 6 months.
Just 6 months?
That's what they told me. Probably depending when they can start and the weather. I did go to a Madison Anson Days meeting last week, and we talked about that, if they're gonna be able to cross the bridge, that type of thing. So, we'll know a little better once they get into it, but it will get closer, I think. I think it's gonna be a nightmare for the residents, honestly.
Well, you mentioned summer. You mentioned-
Yeah, it'll be all summer.
Thank you.
Number 5, discuss the winter plowing for North Anson.
Did you get any of them?
I haven't got anything, no.
I got one, there's 4, 5 people, and 2 of them were supposed to have them back in here today, but they didn't get them for the prices, so. There are people that are interested in doing it. We're just trying to get a jump on it before the snow starts coming. If they don't, then we'll have to look at an alternative route. Take and, maybe hire someone to take and run the trackless and do the sidewalks, and we'll do the roads with the town equipment.
So, you know, maybe at the next meeting we'll have something.
Yep.
All set for that. Number 6, abatements and supplementals.
Okay, you have, the first one, you have a supplemental, let's see who the name is on this one. Doreen Pennery, he didn't tax them, the house and land was not assessed. So the supplemental is for $1,321.20.
Motion.
Make a motion to sign the abatements.
This is a supplemental.
Oh, supplemental, okay.
Moved,
Second.
seconded, discussion, all those in favor? 5-0.
And then I have abatements. Do you want me to read each one, or do you want just a total?
Read them.
We have Norman Luce for $133.33, June Libby for $410. Norman was a building was gone, June Libby's was a homestead miss. Byron Nelson, homestead and veteran was removed in error, that was $508.40. Stephen Roderick, mobile home is gone, so $265.84 and $203.30. Hannah McMullen, farmland was miscalculated, they didn't get the farm exemption, so that's $1,005.22. Jesse Norris, the mobile home had flood damage, $410. Robert and Michael Aubrey, homestead error, $410, and Bruce Jola, homestead error, $410, for a total of $3,756.09. And a lot of your homestead errors are coming when people also filed for your, what do you want to call it? The exemption that you had if you were over 65 last year. When they would take out one exemption and remove the other, for whatever reason. So some of them were having issues with that. So.
Make a motion to sign the abatements as read. Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor? 401, I won't be voting because Big Brother's on there.
I'll cross it off.
Please do. Selectmen concerns?
Did you put an ad for, aren't you looking for a seasonal flower?
Yeah.
Nothing yet?
Someone's still on application, but we haven't got it returned yet.
Public concerns? We're all set? Number 9?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor? We're adjourned, 7:30 now. Do you want to?
Sorry,